Okay, that looks like that's working. Start this. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for downloading this latest episode of That D&D podcast. Before we get into the action, let's go around the table as usual and introduce ourselves. My name is Chris. I am the GM. I occasionally roll dice and occasionally am monsters. Next up is Adam.
I'm Adam. I'm playing Gazrin, the paladin and former vampire, and pass it out on to David.
Hi, I'm David. I am kind of tired today.
Is that a new Eladrin?
Kind of tired.
He's no longer ever in motion. He's
Oh,
kind of
man.
tired.
He's kind of loafing about.
Now,
Put on the role of sleepy
yes,
dwarf.
yes, I'm only in motion when I need to refill my beer now.
Fursoon, the
Yep, he's a
still
dwarf.
wearing pajama pants.
You're wearing pants?
Fairsoon of the sweatpants in poli-sci class.
Pajama pants mean your legs don't stick to your chair, so
You
that might
smack
be
talking
more
my poli-sci,
comfortable.
bro?
Yeah, you said you should take some real classes.
Whoa,
Whoa.
you got a poli-sci, bro? Is that one of those new promotional Pokemon?
No, it's a sickle that comes up multiple sides, so you can harvest all the grain around you at the same time.
That would be kind of cool.
Oh, congratulations, Andrew. You should probably get a frame for that.
Frames are expensive. I have a poli-sci degree. I can't afford shit.
I recommend
I don't know
getting
why
a
I'm
friend.
laughing.
Real talk.
I
here,
recommend getting a friend.
Just
Let
the
me
one.
finish.
You only need the one friend.
Get a friend who has a
I'm
mother
gonna let
who's
you
an
finish.
interior designer. Then you can get stuff framed for cheap.
Find somebody who's a
Ooh.
woodworking major and have them use their major to help you.
And have them teach you how to be a woodworker.
Yes. Have somebody
I mean,
do Ron
you could-
Swanson things for you.
You really just need to find someone with a miter saw and a stapler.
Anyway, next is Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike J. Darkson Berard. You may know me from such podcasts as That D&D podcast. I play Lash Tassin, a morally flexible individual who likes to kill people and is a devout adherent of the Raven Queen. Recently, she received a vision to make an ark, and that to build it, they will come. But it's an ark in the sky, and we're going to use it to kill another god. And
Bobby,
then
you're
someone
next.
not me.
Bobby.
Hi, I'm Bobby. I'm playing the role of Koro, Herald of
Yeah,
the
but-
Arcane, the Eladrin wizard, who is also voiced by Mike. And I'm just kind of bumbling through and going with what the crowd's doing right now.
Hi, my name's
And on
Bobby.
to
I'm one
Renee.
of Mike's multiple personalities, and we're all fine in here.
No, we're not.
Ah, God, Descent. I'm going to have to take my meds
Shut
again.
up, number 3.
Don't make me find you.
Renee, you go.
Okay, it's my turn. I'm Renee, and I mostly play Eska, the seeker of things to not hit with my weapons. And knowledge also. I like knowledge. And books. Yeah, I think that's all.
Party judge gave her a 9.
Andrew.
Hi, I'm Andrew, and definitely not Joseph Fink. Tonight I will be playing the role of Foz, the the changeling barbarian berserker.
Changeling Barbarian Berserker seems like you just gotta pick one, bro.
It's word salad that I like.
I believe that's alphabets. Adding milk does not make it a salad. Anyway, so, last session...
Why would adding... No.
Wait, but
It's a
if you
salad
put-
if you have more than one ingredient.
If you put fruit
That's
in
not
it,
how
does
that
that make it a
works.
cereal salad?
So,
Yes, David?
more than one ingredient just basically means if you have some lettuce and throw some vinegar on it.
That's a salad.
Yeah, I mean,
That is
what is
actually a
the
salad.
It
salad
really
that
is
you
a
get
salad, yeah.
this?
If you
If you
take
go to a
very
restaurant-
small and potentially cute cut of beef and wrap it in bacon, that's a salad, not a filet mignon.
Yep.
So they should only charge me like $10 for that then.
Meat salad. It's totally a thing. So, last session, some of you saw God.
Fellas.
Well, your own specific gods. They told you some stuff is afoot, which you already know, and you were called on once again to do the needful
Mostly feet.
and save all the things that need saving. Lash managed to negotiate with some of the noble houses in order to get them to contribute some of their vast quantities of gold to the rebuilding / protection of the town. Two of the noble houses agreed to chip in a little bit. One of them said, basically, go F yourself. And one of them agreed to give all the money that they had, and also, when you last saw them, were accepting everybody off the street who needed a place to stay. The quote-unquote nerd group of Eska, Fairsoon, Gazrin, and Hansa managed to get to the archives below the council chambers. Fucking words are dumb.
Chambers of Commerce.
Just take it from one.
Chambers.
Drunk already.
You found some of the journals that chronicled the founding and early history of Axis.
Strangely enough, Narnia.
Yeah. Some of them were very cut and dry, stuck to the agreed upon script, so to speak. One of them chronicled some of the fights that happened in the council chambers by various council members disagreeing over a certain thing, and another one had some drawings of runes and notes on discussions with the druid orders. And I believe we ended the session with a decision that you guys had to make. At least it has a few choices. Did you guys want to head to the human camp, I believe you were talking about, to see if you could find any helpful info from the past? Or did you want to go to Tidestead or Scaleport, which are the two medium-sized port towns that are about 3 or 4 days away to the east, which would probably be your best bet on finding someone to help you make this weird flying ship so you can go punch God in the mouth. So the wheel is handed over to you all.
Well, I've always wanted to punch God in the mouth.
Foz is just happy to have a wheel.
Coral's just happy that those two are so happy.
That's why we love you, Koro.
Also,
This is
Coral
a
loves
safe
Did you see a
place.
blush on my face? Because he really just feels nothing.
That's sad. Alright, you know who we haven't heard from recently?
The Raven Queen?
Oh, we hear from her constantly.
You just heard from her, like a whole vision thing.
It was awesome.
They heard from him. We haven't heard
Right.
from him.
Well, because we're
Yeah.
not disciples, so.
All right.
Let's say, for the sake of ease of communication, that you guys have all reconvened back at the Recateria.
I think I already told people that
I
we were
told
going to
people
don't
build
know
an
that-
we rolled super well on our engineering skill checks.
Right, but I don't actually remember. I don't remember us reconvening, but that doesn't mean anything.
I think some of us were back in the guild hall. Not, I don't know if everyone was. So.
We
I
went
don't
back in
know.
the morning, and
Yeah,
Lash
we
was
are.
like, Foz is gonna build this
Right.
thing because she's awesome at
Right,
building
but I
things.
don't-
Look at that robot she mostly assembled.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was actually discussed or if it was just from hearing it everything described that we knew what was happening.
I definitely talked to somebody about it. I just don't remember who.
Well, now you're all in one place, so if you want to, you can info dump.
Yes, but the problem is it's been like 2 weeks, so how are we supposed to remember all the information we know?
Foz pulls up a card that says 5 minutes later, and then we just assume that the
We just
info
all
has
know.
been dumped.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yes.
Taking cues
In order to
from
make
silent
this
movies.
easier, is there anything that you guys didn't want to tell the other groups that weren't with you when you did things?
Do I need to roll strength to break the fourth wall?
It's
Are you re-rolling as the pool?
it's been rebuilt so many times that it's I mean the mortar hasn't even dried yet. You really should have a Recateria with just 3 walls.
It's just a triangular building.
No, just one wall's open to the world.
It's like a
So we
movie
have no
set.
secrets.
It's Koro's wall. He just prestidigitates a fake one every so often. When he needs to cast a ritual.
Jesus.
I mean,
Also, hello, cat.
Are you bopping the cat on the nose with a screwdriver?
Looks like a pen.
what?
It's
Pencil.
a pencil,
Pencil.
Okay, I thought
and
it was
she's
a
biting
screwdriver.
at it, and she's playing with it.
Oh, I want to see Kitty. Ah, cat. Hello, cat.
Okay, so
Chris
the
is like,
non
come on, guys.
the non-nerd group knows that all the things that were found out about, the humans opposing the druid shit, the humans being killed and run out of town, the runes, some basic information about them, and the nerd group now knows that 3 members of the Racketeers were visited by God in the middle of the night,
The
and
spirit of Christmas past.
yep, and he gave you a Christmas present. So that works too. So now you know you've got blueprints for a big ship and some sort of crazy drill.
Ship. We're gonna use this to drill to the breakthrough into the
Break on through to the other side.
Gurren Lagann reference here.
Yeah, or that Wheel of Time. We're gonna drill into the place where the Satan is kept.
God fucking
Anyways.
damn it! Now, ugh.
Lash is writing metal lyrics over here.
I do not see what the human camp could provide us any useful information beyond what we already know. So my-
There's-
Use them for slave labor.
You were once human, you know.
Yeah, but I got better.
so yeah, my vote is to head out east.
Is that where the harbor port town is?
What
Yeah.
what
Across
in
the
the
desert.
what in the way of raw materials does this machine
Well,
call for?
I don't think we'll be able
Lookstone.
to bring any materials with us like that. We are gonna
Well,
cross
no,
a
but-
desert.
Right, but we're gonna want to end up in a place at which we could procure them.
Hey,
And Axis
all we-
is a hub of trade.
We get some dewbacks, we get some carts, we can have the giant lizards pull the cart through the desert where we set.
Based on an initial appraisal of the blueprints, you're going to need a lot of wood, about as much as you'd need for a regular sized ship. You're also going to need some metal for reinforcing the ship itself, some metal to make these strange mechanisms to lift propellers above the ship, and the drill is largely made of metal. And you're also going to need some residuum to do the magical inlays for the drill and for the ship.
Hard to find.
It's not as plentiful as wood or metal, but
So it doesn't grow on trees.
it does not. It also, I mean, it kind of grows in rocks sometimes. Usually, people who are
That hand that
in
triggered a thing.
possession of magical
So-
items, they can be broken down into residuum, that sort of thing.
Oh,
It's
did we?
widely used for a lot of magic shit. So
Do we need to collect magical items from the town and turn them into dust? Disenchant them?
Enchantment?
Enchant.
God damn it.
that is one way to go about it. It's also a naturally occurring substance, but like I said, it's rarer than finding iron and stuff. So
A couple sessions ago, we raided this Sapphire Guild mansion where they were selling slaves, and we found out that they were sending slaves to a dwarven mine. Do we
I think
need
it was
to
a quarry, but yeah, no, I was totally gonna dovetail those two.
dovetail together? Yeah. That was dovetailing.
stop putting your fingers together like that. It's gross.
What the dovetail is. We might be putting the cart before the horse here, and we don't really want the horse to back all the way up to the harbor town.
I
The
mean,
Foz. Let's. You people live in the desert, right?
What do you mean, you people? Also, yes.
What do you mean, you people? You're the one who said I was a human. Just generalizing that, just because some of us are. I
I
gotta
said
come
you
up with a
were
better.
human, not that you are human.
Fine.
God.
Technicalities. You're correct. That's kind of correct. All right, let's So do we need special horses, like lizard horses, to get through the desert, or do we just take
I
the
think-
camels?
I think we were gonna try finding a convoy or someone heading east,
Convoy. Fuck yeah.
or a trader or someone who normally travels the desert, so we're not doing this by ourselves.
Sit on back and let your old buddy Porkchop tell you a tale.
Pork chop sandwiches.
Before we do that, we should probably let some people in town know about the whole kidnapping smuggling ring, and then they can go and punch people in the dick who need dick punches.
Who would you like to inform about this series of events?
The bloodied wyvern of legions or whatever.
Trust those guys? I mean, they just had a huge break-in.
How would you know about this?
Word gets around.
About what?
I got urchins. Come on. Okay. So does somebody actually want to go over there and tell them all these things?
Said David. I mean, Fearsome, the one that kicked their member down the well. Hey guys, I need to ask you a favor.
The ever in pajama pants.
Sigh.
I think Ferguson wants to go talk to the humans about information from, the founding of this town and stuff, because obviously you guys just love hating humans and treat them with respect, and they won't want to talk to you.
Okay, so currently we have Gosrin, who says no to humans, and then Farsoon, who's like, yeah, human it up, baby.
Well, I feel
Where are all the
like
human women at?
if we're dealing with this god, it's only going to be beneficial to us to know how he was contracted with in the first place. If we know what the rituals were that were used to, I guess, ally the town with him, it may be that there's a way that we can figure out what a weakness is.
Don't
Because I
we
can't
already-
imagine that just building a giant airship is going to do the trick.
but that's
I
the
mean, do
weapon
we
the
even
gods
know where
gave
to find
us.
him?
Our gods will tell us where to find him. It's not a problem. They gave us a flying dirigible. Come on.
Yeah, but they also said they couldn't really help us, so...
We need to just form an army. We need to make our own group of people that are able to take on the god. And the humans are few and fragile and not awesome and dead like me.
That's true, but they may have knowledge that we need. And knowledge is more important than might anyway.
Sure.
Depends on how much might you have.
I asked the barbarian, is she right?
That sentence had too many syllables. Apologize.
Fuzz turns into a creature with like 8 arms, and just so she can shrug that much harder.
Enough that was the species that invented the underarm deodorant before the whale.
Priorities,
Hitchhiker's
man.
Guide to the Galaxy reference right there. All right, so we've heard from those two. Shit, that is everyone.
Cora is just so happy that you're happy.
2 is everyone.
The Koro's over it.
So, Gosrin and Koro. No, sorry, Gosrin and God damn it, neither of them are Gosrin. Pause the ever in motion, and Renee's character, who's not Chuck but the other one, Eska. Pause or not, fucking shit, Stan.
You just want to
The
call
ever
out your
in
dog's name,
motion.
your kid's name.
And Eska. Yeah, Xander, no, Revan, no, Storm, no, sorry, no, Kate, no. So yeah, Eska and Foz the Ever in Motion want to go talk to the humans. Gosrin doesn't want to talk to the humans, and me and Foz want to make ship, and Bobby doesn't care.
Okay,
No, Bobby wants to
How-
make ship. Making ship seems kind of
So,
cool.
how far away was the human camp when we encountered them before?
They
But
were.
they're
Not
only like-
human camp, is it?
The human camp that you came across was about midway between Axis and
Oh,
Emberspire, so it was about 3 or 4 days.
So let me go back. Is it that human camp, the one that we're talking about?
It's the only human camp we know of.
But I mean,
Why would they
are
have any
all
information?
humans the same?
Right, yeah, of course they are. I mean, no.
You're not a vampire anymore, right? You're not talking about like they're the same because they're all food.
They all taste the same.
Now you're just a dragon. Nom 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 nom. People are delicious. So Chris, are you talking about this? Is this the human camp? The same human camp that we went to before?
I believe that was the assumption that was made by the group, is that y'all would go there. Seeing as, yeah, that's the only human camp you know
Those
of.
are the only humans that we know of. I'm sure they know of other humans.
That seems like a really tenuous lead to finding any information about this. Just, how long has it been? How long has it been since the split? Or are they humans that kicked out?
Oh, 150 years?
Yeah.
Those
Okay.
they'll be dead.
Right,
Humans
but
are-
they can write. They have books just like we do in town. There's
would
no
they-
reason that they wouldn't have kept records of something
We
so
really think
important.
that the dirt farmers that we left behind between Axis and here had books?
Yes. Why wouldn't they? There are plenty of societies that keep books, even though they don't understand the information in them because they believe them to be valuable. I mean, if you're told that something's valuable, you keep track of it, whether or not it's useful to you at the moment.
They were living in such terrible conditions. I wouldn't be surprised if they just had to burn it for fire.
They're in the middle of a forest.
It can get cold in the forest.
Yeah, you're surrounded by trees that are
Even
good
if-
for fire.
Even
No.
if the records were
Nope.
lost,
Books
even
right
if the
there.
records were lost, they could pass it down the memories orally.
That's disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself.
That's not how memories work. Okay,
You can't just suck the memories out of a person.
I find it highly unlikely that they would have allowed their descendants to forget why they were cast out.
Okay, so I rolled
They
a
would
20,
want to preserve this information.
I rolled a 23 history check. Can I think of any society that values history so much that they'd keep the books around even though they didn't they couldn't read them? Like exactly what Eska just said.
Well, humans aren't gonna magically forget how to read.
I
can make 'em.
man.
Mike, did you just like roll to believe in the library?
Yes.
Uh,
Yes, he did. Yes,
no,
that's
but-
what that roll is for.
God damn it. So with the 23, do I remember the library?
you remember tell of a mystical building where books are held and people can gain knowledge from them.
Okay, so I mean, worst case scenario, we travel north for a few days, we find these people out, and if they help us, great, we have some more information. Otherwise, we can take the dirt farmers with us, and they can help build the ship, because we need unskilled labor for this stuff, I'm sure.
Because we're going to go up to a shipwright and say, here, use our humans to build your ship, please.
Yes, put them in the wall.
This makes
Don't
perfect
bother
sense.
charging me for labor. I brought these fuckers.
It's like a blade of armor.
What?
What?
Do you know what words mean anymore?
A blade
You-
of...
Okay. Oh.
Oh, I thought you
Oh,
said
a blade of armor. is
I
what
thought you said
heard.
a blade of armor, and I was like, that's
ablative
That's
armor
what I
that
heard
chips
too.
off as it gets damaged.
Give me a sword suit.
how fucking gangster. Yeah, I was about to say, how awesome would it be to walk into battle and just have armor made out
One
of swords?
blade.
All you do is spin like a windmill.
That would be awkward, I think.
Okay, let me take a
so-
vote of people.
Wait.
Okay.
democracy. God damn it.
If we, how long theoretically, like, there is an idea that we're going to need to make some sort of preparation before the journey to the harbor, right?
Why do we need provisions? We can just gear up and go.
I don't know, y'all were talking about gathering supplies and finding this magic substance.
Do we have camels? Do we have 4 camels? I said no camel. That's 4 camels.
There are horses you can get that are, you know, used
Exploding
to
time?
such sort of they're used to such an environment, so they can travel through the desert.
Yeah, so if you want to go... I don't actually have a problem talking to humans.
This. Can we just start the session over? let's just start over where we have a decisive plan for what we're gonna do. We can just cut this 20
Just
minutes.
edit all out. So we
Or what? 40 minutes. My God, I thought this was 20 minutes. No, it's 40 minutes.
Oh, it's only 20 minutes.
You know,
The current running
we
time
put
is
20
25
minutes
minutes and 23 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, well, whatever. Let's skip ahead.
Okay.
Let's just
And, like,
decide what
8
we're gonna
minutes
do.
of that
Stop,
was-
stop. Everyone shut
8
up, it's not
minutes
me.
of that was introduction.
Very diplomatic, Mike. I like it.
It
You're welcome.
feels a lot longer.
Adam,
Okay.
human camp or boats?
Boats.
Okay. Andrew or Foz, human camp or boats?
Oh.
Fairsoon, human camp or boats?
Human camp.
Lash, human camp or boats?
So I was going to try to figure out a way to make everybody happy.
You could split the party.
Let's not split the party.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to do that. What I was trying to figure out is if
Well-
there was a way that everyone else could be doing something while we went to the
By
camp, like
splitting the
so
party.
that there wouldn't be.
Exactly.
I mean, can't we just go quickly to talk to the humans? I mean, I don't. Why does it have to be a huge diversion?
To be fair, Renee, whenever you and I split up, all the bad stuff always happens to everybody else.
It's true.
It's almost like it follows us.
Because we're smart.
Yes.
We go read books instead of raiding other guild halls.
Right.
Eska,
Don't
I
bother.
assume you vote for human camp?
Don't
Yes,
start none.
I
you
think
don't
the
get
more
none.
knowledge that we have, the better off we'll be.
Koro, what's your
It's-
vote?
It's worth it.
Skyboat.
Okay.
And Mike, to answer your question about why not waste the time and go talk to humans, is that presumably an old god is awakening at any time, and you want us to at least, or they want us to at least waste a week traveling around to a possible information source.
Not to mention, assembling a boat that can fly is probably going
Wait.
to take some time.
Fuck yeah!
So
we go
we
start the
can
boat
head
and
out,
then go to
But
the
get the boat
humans.
We're
started. Go
We're
talk
not
to
going to
some
be
idiot
building the
humans.
boat.
Right.
But we're gonna get the
so we
boat
get
made,
the boat
right?
started.
It's a
Yeah, but
bespoke
the
we
boat.
boat
fuck
is
off.
the other direction.
We'll set
But
our
we can
horse
just go-
points
Like
here.
twice as far.
But it's gonna take. Okay, let's see. Like, how long do the boats take to make? How long do
Well, can't
boats
wait.
take?
Can
You
we?
Probably at
The
least
answer
a
is it
month
takes
to
on
make
how
a
well you
flying
roll.
boat. That
Can
too.
we send? Can we
Split the
send?
party.
No. We can
send
send our
half the
alternates.
party without splitting the party.
We can send a scroll.
Send Hansa and Chuck to the harbor with the plans to get it started.
I'm not trusting Chuck with these plans.
No, you're
or
trusting
the
Hansa.
mountain of gold
She's
that
just
it
there
would
to
require to get it started.
She's just there to. We don't have a mountain of. You can't send gold on horses like that. We'll have to.
You absolutely can.
Not
How
with
if you send gold? No,
You don't-
presumably we're going to be escorting a caravan that we can put a lockbox on.
right. If we go
Decoy.
like when we go for, but there's no reason why we couldn't send them to find a boat right, a ship's right to get started with it and gathering the materials, and then we'll, put it. He could put it on our tab. Put it
Why
on our
don't
tab.
we burn a sending scroll, talk to the humans, be like, yo, Dogs, do you have any books on why you got kicked out of Axis?
Can we send that?
Can we
far?
use it instead of
I
burning it?
can't.
even a
I
good
can't, but
roll?
one of our wizardy types probably could.
Okay,
Speaking
what was
from
the-
personal experience, they've been less than forthcoming with the help. Keep going to the guy that can summon a sword, and he's like, "What? I'm not a wizard. Why do you keep looking at me?" Eska, will you help me?
With the sending scroll?
Yeah, you're arcane, right?
No.
Totally in character.
You know how
Do you want me to help you?
ship?
Will you?
Can we at least verify that they can reach that far before we, burn one of our infinite number of sending scrolls?
I deposit 50 gold into the swear jar. How much is the?
Now I do have a +4 to Arcana.
I think Bobby's at like a plus 13. As Lash in character.
Koro in character. Yeah, I got plus 14.
Yeah, there you go. Kuro, can you talk to the humans from here
Okay.
using your magical sendiness?
A
Sure.
10 to 19 is 100 miles.
I didn't realize I had myself muted. Yeah, if you roll the highest possible rank, Adam, you can reach anybody on the same plane as you.
So 30 plus. Can someone?
30 to 39 is 1,000 miles. They're not farther than 100.
Oh, okay.
26.
7,000 miles away. Tiny human village.
26 will reach 500 miles. Coro, have you met that guy before? Randall, town leader.
The human? Yeah. I mean, we
Yeah.
fought together to
We
protect
were
him
all
from
there.
the
Okay, just
people,
yeah, that's fine.
guys.
So
What do
let's
you wanna
determine the message.
Say to him.
Let's figure out the message first, and then.
This is
Yeah, so
my
what do we
god.
ask him exactly? What does he know about this old god?
Do they have any records or traditions?
Plays.
Try to keep it down to 25 words.
I guess
Mike or
We've-
Andrew, y'all are good at being anal with those with the word
How
count. Why
about-
don't y'all do it?
Okay, let me try here. I'm gonna type it out here.
yeah. I can't actually get to my keyboard right now.
She's pooping.
It's covered in papers. So kinda.
That's not a good. That's
Damn
not
it,
a good
Boz.
2-word follow-up. She's pooping. It's covered. I asked them, "Do you have any books about the old god that was
How many-
summoned by the founders of Axis?"
How many
They won't know
words
about the
was-
old god.
And
I
there's
could just
lots of,
use another
oh my
scroll.
god, who are you? Why are you in my head?
Well, because it appears in Koro's voice, so he'll probably just instantly get a headache and a sense of regret.
Fuck you, Andrew, the person.
Oh, Chris, did you start reading Parasite because of the movie that's coming out?
I did not know there was one. I just saw it in the library and it seemed weird. So, a few, maybe 30 or 45 seconds later, you get a response. It says, are you the one who helped us before?
Fuck.
Next scroll.
I'm not sure why you need those documents, but we do have some old tomes.
Okay, so they got him.
And that's about all you get.
Okay, so right. Also, they got documents and tomes over there, so they do have books.
Tomes. That's a word. Sorry.
Okay, now can we send Chuck to go pick those up?
Fruck. Excuse me.
Is-
God damn it, Mike. Stop posting YouTubes.
Watch.
Oh, yeah, I never can watch them because it
Don't
screws
watch
in the whole
that.
system.
No, this is the thing that's scary. Don't watch it.
Okay, I won't watch it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't have unless Pearson feels like we need to go. I have no problem with sending Chuck Hansa to the human village for those, and maybe anyone who like has the oral traditions come back to us. That doesn't bother me since we know they have information.
I made you guys a scratch page so you could doodle any kind of notes or anything you want to take.
Oh, I was like, what is that blank space for?
Time to dick is going to be.
Yeah, I wasn't scrolled up that far.
We already got TIE fighters. Should have been time to tie. Okay, so yes, you
Now I
found
want
out.
Thai
How do you-
food.
You found out that there are some old tomes in the human camp. You're unsure what the tomes are of, what condition they're in, anything like that. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to convey all that information. So with that information, what do you want to do? Does that change your plans any? Does anybody still... Do more people want to go there? Do less people want to go there? Don't all speak at once?
Scratch page is a terrible idea.
It was.
Yeah, it really, really was. Because now Foz is writing
We should
murder with
send-
backwards R's.
We
Muck
should
duck.
send
Pearson.
I could burn another scroll and say they were sending an envoy to collect them.
Ooh, that's a good one.
What
I
do you
think
think?
they will realize who Chuck is the second they meet Chuck.
We haven't met Chuck before.
I'm full of glitter.
Well, it'll be
Have they met
Chuck and
Chuck?
Hansa, and Hansa's
Nope.
at least got an int score.
Like I said, none of those two have met the people though before.
Right,
No.
but they'll just, they will leave an impression such that it is unmistakable that they're from the Racketeers.
I'm fairly certain that Chuck
Are
would
they gonna kill some
immediately
of them?
announce to them what was going on.
Hi,
Not even ask a
guys.
question. I don't know.
I'm
So
here
what
for
do
the
you
glitter
think,
that was
Chrissy?
promised me.
I'm also pretty sure Chuck could just tunnel straight through most of that entire encampment before breaking a sweat. So,
But at that point, she would be minding someone else's business, and that's not how she rolls.
And she minds her own business.
no, she'd be mining straight through their business and getting what she needs.
That's what she said.
So, is there a general consensus on a plan of action from you guys?
Yes. Get a caravan together, head east, build boat.
Okay,
Paz, you are not the consensus. Stop talking.
I'm back. I spilled my beer. Everything's okay now.
Oh no.
Oh, that's
spilled
what
my
the front was
drink.
for. We weren't sure, and then you were just quiet. We didn't know.
Yeah.
Paz
Consensus
was
not
writing
reached.
murder a lot, and we weren't sure.
Yeah, luckily my keyboard was missed, so...
Hmm.
Keyboard is an excellent
That's
beer
good.
tray.
I am fairly adept at taking a keyboard apart and cleaning it, but mostly because sometimes we would spill liquid on my roommate's keyboard in college, and she could never find out about it. Ever.
No, it's...
David has that splash guard on his keyboard.
No, it's just the way my desk is assembled is... The space for the keyboard is actually sunk in, so...
Oh.
And there's enough room where I usually keep my beer behind it, so I knock it over, it fell behind it. I managed to pick my keyboard up and then type that very quickly and then run and get some towels and clean it up.
I'm glad
So-
that in the midst of all of that, typing that was part of your plan of action.
Well, I had to let you guys know something happened.
Yes. It worked. We just weren't sure exactly
Okay,
what
so
had happened.
I came back and I saw Chris kneading his face with an expression of exasperation. So, what was Andrew's idea?
So
We're gonna-
Foz keeps trying to be the consensus.
We're
Okay, so-
sending our proxies to the human camp and we're leaving.
Yep.
Right.
That was
Drake.
the first
Yes,
assertion I had
that's
made.
what he said. And we're
Drake.
doing it.
Drake, we are leaving.
Chris, clock wipe, go.
So Foz
Anyway.
wants to go get the stuff for this boat.
No. Yeah, and so the idea was floated that Hansa and Chuck could go get the books and bring any humans back with them who
Why do
were
we
in
need the
charge.
humans?
They can just take a
I don't think we do.
They
Take
have
notes.
books.
Because it's their books. It's no skin off your teeth if a human or two comes back with them to tell us about the books.
But we might
The
not be
humans
in
probably won't be
town.
welcome in this town.
Well,
They're not coming to this town.
They're gonna know where to meet us.
They're not welcome in most towns.
They're gonna
That's
have
true.
to meet us
yeah.
elsewhere. But
Well,
I'm pretty sure they'll be okay.
Eska doesn't have any questions about the whole way humans are treated now that she knows about why they were kicked out of town and stuff. Because Fairsoon's totally sort of questioning the whole hate the humans thing.
We will have
Oh, well,
plenty
yeah.
of time
I just don't know.
to
I'm-
help the humans out after we kill the god.
I
I'm
had a
not
nickel-
saying that we shouldn't help the humans. We should definitely help the
If
humans.
I had a nickel for
but
every time we said, "Oh yeah,
after-
after we kill the god, then we can go do."
You would have 0 nickels.
All right, well, he'd have at least one.
Right, because it was just said. No, I mean, I'm very suspect about everything that we've been told is the accepted social strata. I don't know if that's the battle that we need to fight right now, but if a human, whoever is in charge of the books or whoever the carrier of oral tradition is for them, were to come with the books,
They're books. It's not an oral history.
But what if there was an oral history? Hmm?
Then
Then
they can
Hansa could
fucking
take
take
notes.
notes.
why does it bother you, Fox? Chuck can't read or write,
Because we don't need them.
so you're
That's
not in
extra
charge
mouths
of
to-
them.
No, I'm
You're
saying-
not in charge of them.
We don't need them. They're extra mouths to feed. They're extra cost. They're slowing down us getting the fuck out of town.
No, they're not coming to this town.
No, but they're not going to be welcome in whatever fucking town we go to next
It doesn't
either.
matter.
Why doesn't that matter? How does that not matter?
I think it does matter that they're not welcome, Foz, but I think it matters to me in a different way than it matters to you.
It's not going to cause any problems for us. Getting
why
the ships
wouldn't it?
built.
I'm trying to avert an apocalypse here, and you're worried about the fucking drapes, relatively speaking.
No, we're
The
not.
founding
This is
of-
information that we may need to defeat the
Yes.
god.
Yes, the founding of the town is where it all begins. The humans know something about the founding of the town that was not kept in the records here.
I was cool with the humans, but now I'm kind of starting to hate them again.
We need all of the information we can get.
So Chuck is floating around looking for shinies, and Hansa is sort of... It looks like she's watching a tennis match, watching you guys argue back and forth. And she says, okay, we're getting a book. Is there anything else that you guys want us to do?
Fuzz just walks the fuck out and goes to get supplies and find a caravan.
Yes, Hansa, there are a lot of things which you need to do.
Club soda would be nice.
And now I have no idea what I was talking about.
Yes. Wait, so we're leaving
Our first
east. Aren't the
derailment
orcs
of the
out east?
night.
First derailment of the night.
Yeah, but aren't the
Uh,
orcs to the east right now? The camp that's going to be coming to the city?
Keep an eye on the pixie. Go to the town of the humans. Figure out if there's an oral tradition. If so, kidnap the person that does the oral tradition and bring them to us.
So we're not letting Lash actually dictate what Hansa needs to do.
Your magical warlock powers
Don't
of
kidnap.
demonkind pack.
Don't kidnap anyone.
Okay, fine.
don't
Take their
kidnap.
memories using your magic.
No.
But this seems pretty efficient to me.
No, we're not taking anyone's memories. Every time that happens, things go horribly wrong.
Perhaps he who slumbers
will
would
not
be
be
able to guide
responsible
me
for
in
that.
how to remove memories.
Exactly. See, that's the problem here.
Sharp, pointy stick.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna head towards the town, and when we get there, I've got a sending scroll, and I will send a message to someone, and then you can let us know what you want us to do after that.
Call on me. She waves her hand.
Farsoon will shake his head
Okay, fine. Call on
at the
person.
hand waving.
I'll bring some dice, and I'll let that determine who I talk to.
If you roll
Can
a
we get her
9,
to
call
take, like-
Eska.
Can we get her to take like 24 sending scrolls in case our message cannot be relayed effectively in 25 words?
Yes. You know that casting rituals is sort of a taxing... Never mind. It doesn't... Yes, I'll bring some.
Scroll isn't a ritual.
I'm pretty sure I have managed to cast sending. You'll be fine.
So have I. It was awesome.
Actually, hold on. Let me see something. 6th level ritual. Yeah, you know what? She knows sending. I'm not gonna send her with.
secretary?
I'm not gonna send her with 2 dictionaries worth of sending scrolls. She just fucking knows it now.
Be right back, rolling up Hansa as an actual playable character.
Oh my god, brilliant. Well, no, that's great. We'll post her at the end of the episode.
Her last name's actually Motorola.
So is Gretel.
Kill you.
Can you hear me now?
I thought her last name was Full.
I don't
Hey,
get that reference.
What?
like, hands are full.
Hands so full. Oh,
Hands so full.
gotcha.
We would like to
Wow.
thank you all for downloading this podcast, and we are so sorry to see you all go.
Hey, as long as I feel like as long as we're having fun, other people out there are having fun. So
Are we?
I would
Well,
fucking
fuck,
hope
man.
so.
you changed my whole question of being and fuck. I'm gonna go drink.
And he just fucking walked.
Okay, so while he's gone,
Yes.
No.
I think so.
No.
No. She's like a half elf, I think. Please hold. I have the document here somewhere. Thanks.
I'm glad none of us know who this character is. Is now a vital part of our narrative.
Oh, it's a whole bottle of whiskey.
I saw that. It was not a whole bottle. It was drunk out already.
Yeah.
That's still a fair amount. That's 2 fingers.
Hey. Yep.
What?
Literally rolling up the character right now.
Oh, check out! Look.
14
Foz
need to
left
go
the
into.
fucking
Wait,
room,
wait! Look,
so-
I made a macro. Stat roll. Boop.
Well, aren't you fancy?
I actually.
If you want to suck all the fun out of it.
Now, everybody has access to that macro already.
Look, I think we're missing the important part.
Is that we're leaving town?
That we don't know what kind of we don't know what race Hansa is.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Fuck, I'm working.
Trans
on it.
racist.
How about I worry about the Hansa thing and everybody else yells at each other until consensus is reached.
I thought. Okay, so we're sending Foz. Nah, shit.
No, not say Foz. No,
Drink.
never send Foz. I mean, Foz, you are
Fuck
awesome, and I'm
you.
so glad
Fuck.
that you are in our party.
Fuck you, Miss never gets anything done and gets kidnapped and spies on us for the fucking corrupt mayor.
So, Chris,
That
do you have
wasn't
another campaign
I
rolled
was
up
tricked.
for when this group breaks up right now?
I should probably work on that.
Another campaign, maybe, because an apocalypse is going to happen because we couldn't figure out whether or not we wanted some shitty books from some.
But we
stupid
did make sure the
humans.
humans died
Okay.
last.
Okay,
which
guys.
is apparently the
guys,
most important
guys,
thing.
Hey, guys,
What?
guys,
What?
guys.
What?
Look, this is simple. We're sending the pixie and our warlock intern to go get the books. We're going to get the boat getting started. If the boat's going to take too long, we can go to the pixie and the intern and get shit taken care of. Otherwise, let's go get the boat being built.
On board.
Given that this shit literally has to be invented, getting the boat started should happen quickly because everything else is going to take a long time.
But we're all going. We're all
Yeah,
getting
that's
everything
the
taken
thing
care
that
of.
we're doing.
Hansa is a female elf.
Oh.
No.
So she's just.
No, she's
oh.
a half elf warlock, half orc warlock.
No.
Totally.
I enjoy the fact that again, every single one of us had a totally different idea of what Hansa was.
I said half elf, so I was close. I was half right, and I fucking
I
created
said
her.
drow, which is a kind of elf, and you just didn't specify.
Okay, so you guys are sending proxies to the human town,
Yes.
and luckily for
No,
everyone,
we're
God,
not sending
let's hope it
proxies.
doesn't go
We're sending
badly.
a warlock and a pixie.
we're Loxies.
I'm trying to give Chris an aneurysm.
ah,
Pixlox.
mop,
I know
mop,
this hurts you.
mop.
Mop.
They have orders, or they have been asked politely to go to the town, grab any important-looking books that the people are willing to offer, and to send a message to you guys and see if
I'm
there's any
gonna-
further stuff that's needed. Yes.
I'm gonna write a note for them
Oh my.
to give to Randall, just so that everyone
Randall.
knows, like,
Okay.
just so that it's clear they're with us, because you know how things go. I just want to cover all the bases.
Cool. Go for it.
So yeah, I'm just gonna send them with a note that says that introduces them and says that they are from us because we couldn't come personally, and they are entrusted to carry the books and such.
Okay. Hansa thanks you for the permission slip.
So, you know, gotta cover all the bases.
Alright, now that they are on the way, what else would you guys like to do?
Leave.
Just head straight out?
Yes.
Straight out.
I was
So we're
to
going
find
east, you
someone
said, right?
Yep.
caravan or something.
And that's where the
across
orcs are?
deserts.
You guys don't know where the orcs are?
Okay. I just assumed that he was in the direction, like their group was in the direction that he came in. Thought he came in through the east.
Well, I met the orc mayor, so I could Dunning scroll him.
Why do we need orcs now all of a sudden?
Because that one guy that said, "Hey, can we move all of our dudes here?" And we said,
Oh,
"Sure."
we're just talking to everyone.
Yeah, I don't think he told you guys specifically where he came from or where the orcs came from.
All right, cool.
He just said that there was an army following him, so I'm sure if we leave town, everything's gonna be okay.
It's a good thing that the townspeople were so accepting of the first orc.
Did we leave them with the setting scroll to contact us? Oh, before we leave town, I asked Gosrin to tell the Legion of the Bloody Wyvern to contact us if an orc army comes looking for the orc friends that we just created. Don't ask questions. just call us.
Questions are bad.
Dial straight on the center 800. You can even call collect.
Yeah. Okay. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Anything you guys want to do in town before you head out?
Get supplies and see if there's a caravan headed that way already, for convenience
Yeah.
sake.
That would be helpful.
Okay. Please hold. Supplies.
Yes, we just take them all.
All of the supplies forever.
All of them, yes.
Let's see. Change that to 12 high. Good enough. So, yeah, what do you guys want to buy and also add it to your party inventory and deduct the right amount of gold?
How about we find out if we can get a caravan first?
Okay. Who wants to take the lead on asking around about that?
Who has urchins?
Second, I buy 1,000 feet of chain.
Interesting.
For 3,000 gold.
I guess that is 3,000 gold.
Yeah, it is.
There's a lot of chain.
So you're gonna need a spare wagon for the chain.
Well, I mean, I figure I get my Gandic carrot.
What's the 22?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's for Streetwise to find out when the next caravan's going.
You gotta let me know these things before you roll them.
The only thing that I have a +9 in. Represent Eska.
You ask around a couple places and get some word back from your urchins. There is one that is heading out this afternoon. It's heading to the east. Usually it stops at some of the smaller towns, some of the smaller port towns before it heads to the bigger ones. But they're all kind of in that general direction, so you can ride with them for most of the way.
Great, you did good. I tipped my orchin of gold.
Just
Okay.
being all free with the gold around here.
Is
Not
Lars
my
drinking
money.
whiskey as well? Good job, boy. Here you go. Daddy's proud of you.
Aww. You remind me that one of my urchins is dead.
The favorite one.
Several of them are.
One candle.
Red elves, man, am I right?
Yeah. Somebody should buy 12 things of fine clothing and just sweat themselves to death in the desert.
Wear them all at once. Okay. Does anybody think there's anything that we need now?
Can we get like one of those things that has never-ending water or something?
This guy has basic supplies, so he doesn't have any the never-ending flasks or that sort of thing.
Can we
Go to a magic
enchant
shop.
a flask to make it never ending?
If you have somehow received training in the past 2 days on how to create magic items, sure.
Or just find a magic shop, maybe a little bit easier.
If
Oh, I
only
know
one of us knew someone who ran a magic shop.
Yeah, I think I know one of those people.
Do you?
Uh-huh.
What's her name?
Starts with an R. It's been a lot of weeks. and
Ravestein.
Yes, thank you. My brain is all full
She's
of...
moved to the human village.
That
I'm
is
sorry.
that's
sorry,
the
did
giant
Foz
lady
just-
with blue
did Foz
cheese
just help
and
you out with
buffalo
something?
wings.
Burning boats are like, I can't. I should not have edited today.
So, do you want to go and... What the fuck? I just searched for a Horn of Plenty, and one of the results on Google is Adolf Hitler FBI declassified documents.
What?
I mean, what did you expect to come up?
I figured it'd be higher on the results, really.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go
All I
find
get are Hunger
Ravestein.
Game references.
You gotta type 4E in there also. Okay, so...
And I'll take Foz because Foz remembered her name and I didn't.
Sorry, what? You're gonna take Foz somewhere?
yeah.
Because she-
Away from the rest of the party.
Just this one time.
Wait. Holly survived without Foz with an arm shot.
I don't know, Lash. You're just gonna have to deal. There's
Lash, I
the
guess we had the
robot,
sadness. Well, that robot's fucking creepy, dude. Have you seen that
but
thing?
you should teach it something. Make its creepiness useful.
45 minutes later, the two of you arrive in front of the Diligent Wizard Supply Company headquarters. And apparently stare at the building from the street.
Sorry, I'm fucking what? Fuck. I'm trying to figure out what my student wrote on this piece of paper. Teach it to ask Foz if it has a
Foz is
soul.
about to kick down the door and then realizes that this isn't actually a hostile encounter, and instead goes for the doorknob.
Good job there, the doorknob. Okay.
Yes, so you go in, there's a few gnomes and halflings writing in some ledgers. They barely notice you enter, and then one of them looks up and...
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Says it out loud.
Orange. Wait, no, that's the end of the joke.
Get the fuck out of my ship.
That's the worst name I've ever heard. Oh, it's Eska. Boss, Eska's here!
There we go.
And her weird friend, Chew.
Just for that, Foz shapeshifts into the same gnome.
He
And then
elbows
falls
the
off
one
the
next to him. He
table
goes,
repeatedly.
luckily,
Look, I'm
this
you.
one's hard of
Ugh.
hearing, and then goes back to writing.
That was way funnier than it should have been.
A few minutes later, Ravestein comes downstairs.
With a bucket of chicken wings.
She's got a huge loaf of bread that's sliced in the middle, and there's meat and cheeses stuffed inside. She goes, guys, I just came through with this ridiculous breakthrough. So you know how you have meat and you have bread, and like you have to eat them
Right.
separately? I put them together.
Whoa.
She's a fucking witch.
Slow
That's
down
like
there.
You-
so
Satan.
easy.
You've
It
never had a
keeps your
sandwich
hands
before.
clean.
I
What do
know,
you call it?
It's a ravast. Don't you like the name?
Ravast. Gotcha.
Cover
Gotcha.
best cheese.
So,
Anyway,
Actually,
what you need?
we're here with some questions. A question and some business for you, actually. I was wondering, we're going to be going on a journey through the desert for some days. Would you happen to either have or be able to create a never-ending flask of water? Not
Just
ale.
everlasting provisions. It includes water.
Strangely enough, the flask on its own is actually more expensive. Some people use that for whatever liquid you pour in there the first time. It duplicates that forever. So a lot of the noble houses will buy a really fine vintage of wine and pour it in there, and use it to show off to their friends.
So you're saying that the everlasting meal deal is a better price?
Yeah. It makes food and basic water. It's all clean and edible enough. Usually we sell it for about 1,000. I mean, you guys, I can half off.
I'll take 2.
How much gold do we actually have? This is not in character.
Foz still has about 3
okay.
grand. so...
Party inventory: 5,800. Foz 2,900. Koro 4,600. Eska 8,000. Fairsoon 1,700. Lash
Oh.
336, and
I
Gosman
was
6,600.
lying. We'll buy 2.
Okay, so yeah, we have some money, most of us. Lash has urchins, so that's a thing.
So you said you wanted to buy 2, Andrew Foz?
Yeah, please.
Okay. I can have it delivered to you in an hour or so. Or if I have to send a message to the shop and then have the shop bring it here. We're usually just the bookkeeping end of things.
Where's your retail wholesale location?
In the market district.
That would make sense.
Yeah, we're not too far from the arena. Basically, you go down 2 streets, and then you go left 2 streets, and then you go right 3 streets, and then you take another right 2 streets, and you go down a back alley, and then we're left a street.
Oh, so you're at 5th and Battle Axe.
Yes. I didn't know if you knew the street names, but you seem to have acclimated yourself well to the layout of the town.
After all those directions you look, that is right across the goddamn street.
You okay there, Renee?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So Foz.
Eska doesn't like the word Battle Axe.
So Foz, deduct 1,000 from your glod and add 2.
I believe Eska said she would pay with her 8,000. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, I'll pay.
That's more than you have, right?
by
I haven't
more
bought
than double.
anything, so
Okay. So did you guys want me to
I'll pull it out of mine.
have it delivered here or to your headquarters, or did you guys want to go get it? I mean, there's options.
Delivered to
If
the
you can get
headquarters.
them brought here, I would love to learn more about those Ravistines. Ravists?
Okay.
For Vass. Well, there you go. There's your answer. All right.
Okay. For the intervening hour, is anybody doing anything else? Any last minute preparations, or anybody you want to write love notes to and say, my heart grows colder with every moment away from you.
Lash teaches Chester to kill people more efficiently.
Okay.
Just
What in
so that
particular are you trying to teach? Like general assassinry or stealth or what?
It seems pretty stabby already, so let's teach it how to sneak up behind people and stab them.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
They rolled 23.
You didn't tell me what that was before. Give me a stealth check.
But it said
It says to teach Chester about assassinating.
We didn't do that yet. Give me a stealth check. Also, I'm pretty sure your stealth is better than +3. So see, you got a 25.
It wasn't a 20.
So Chester / Blinky / whatever Bobby calls it, Lunchbox. He has a little bit of extra space on that tablet of his, so as you're sneaking around and skulking in the shadows, you hear a weird etching sound coming from inside the head, and new runes have been added to the tablet.
Ding, 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 ding. I think the gnome that lives inside of Chester and drives it around for following my instructions.
It's alright.
Alright.
Okay, Koro, Fairsoon, Gazrin, anything you guys want to do?
Gazrin, you should get infected with vampirism.
I will not do that. I'm gonna go to the Guild of the Bloody Werven and appraise update them on all the happenings. So
Okay.
that we can say that we told someone before we left town.
Gotcha. Okay, give me just a moment.
I don't think there's anything in particular. Yeah, as long as have adequate supplies to travel.
Okay. So, Gazrin, when you show up, Scommel, the Dragonborn, answers the door. And he talks to you in Draconic. Just, hey, we're bros, right? Yeah. Little bonding thing. He goes, I haven't seen you guys in a while. What? Do you need something?
I can maybe do all of it. Okay. Yeah. Our the Rexteers is we're following up on the events recently in regards to the sacrifice for the weather and all that, and the awakening of the old god. I'm sure you know all about that. Being
Oh, that was true? I heard some of the
yeah.
guards talking about it. I thought it was. Oh God. Oh. Do you need us to? We can go get. We're in the middle of doing a sort of memorial service, but if you need us, if the town needs us, we'll we can do that later.
Yeah, there's a couple. No, you can carry through with your service, but there's a couple major events possibly happening in town that you need to be aware of, and prepared for possibly. First of all, there are still many slaves, or many less fortunates that are enslaved at this local mine whose name escapes me at the moment. But big iron mine on a sign.
Stonehammer mine or something like that.
Yeah, whatever. That needs to be taken care of. Also, recently there was a group of orcs seeking refuge with the town, and they'll be returning sometime soon, maybe within a week or so. And they came peaceably, and we wouldn't want anything in order to overreact to a large orcish force coming outside the gates. And speaking of that, there might be a noble in town who is currently offering house and home to any refugees who need it, and he might be able to help you out finding a place for those orcs. And other than that, we're going to be leaving town for quite a while, so you know how to reach us? Your school sendings are popular these days.
Yeah, I can't find any of the shops anymore. I don't know what's going on.
I think I got a backpack full of them. You can just have this one, sure.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye out, and I'll try to keep you guys appraised of the situation. And if you need anything, I mean, I know we're a little bit short-handed at the moment, but feel free to reach out to us. I mean, we trust your judgment for most of your judgment. Also, have you heard anything about? I mean, some of our stuff is missing since we got back. I mean, has that been going around? Are a lot of guild halls missing things?
Not that I'm aware of. I'd say it's probably talk to the local police. I'm not sure. We haven't had anything about that.
Okay. With all the commotion going on with the the Druid Hall exploding and everything, getting anybody to look into stuff has been a bit of a hassle. So I guess we'll just have to investigate it on our own. But if you hear anything, let us know. We'd appreciate it.
Certainly.
Thanks.
Sad that people are taking advantage of these times to loot, pillage.
My grandpa always said it's in the times of greatest distress that you find out people's true colors. And then he was eaten by a wolf. So I mean, I don't know if that affects things, but yeah. Anyway, back to the service. Take good luck. Take luck.
We'll take it with us. Thank you.
Koro, anything you want to do?
That's not gonna think of at the moment. I'm gonna buy 20 water skins. 15 for water, 5 for various hair products.
You say hair products?
Shampoo, conditioner, all that kind of thing. What?
Okay.
Products.
Okay. Yeah, it cut out because I heard various hair. So I was just making sure.
Yeah, hair pickles. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eladrin hair pickles. You kind of put it in there and you twirl it, you get the nice those nice vinegary curls. Okay, so, oops, I pushed a whole bunch of buttons. Can you still hear me? Okay, it's still making noise. We're good. Foz, you said you were looking for an axe?
Yeah, I haven't actually done shopping yet, so we can skip that for the time being. But
Okay.
I would like to buy a fancier axe than I've got currently.
Okay. This place is actually a bit low on magical weaponry. Some of it has been bought by noble houses to, give to the guards to defend themselves. Some of it has been stolen, but some of the shops that you check, they say, if you guys say you're heading to the east, you may be able to find something better in the port town, since a lot of the fancier stuff comes off the boat there and is bought by the local shops.
Duly noted.
Alright, so it is getting to be afternoonish. If you have any last minute things you'd like to do, now would be a good time to do them. And if not, the caravan guy is finishing up his preparations and is making sure you guys are ready to roll out.
Koro is ready
Yeah.
to go.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Pause transforms.
There's nothing I can think of that is important enough to delay us any longer.
Okay. Let me see what time we're at.
Wait. Did we turn the Warforged before we left?
Nope.
I think Flash said it's auto kill, so I think we're okay.
All right. I'm kind of tempted to end it now so we could start another episode recording.
This is a wonderful episode for somebody to be stuck with. Just one.
Yeah. But, I mean, we usually ended at like an hour and a half, and that's 20 minutes. I don't know how much we'll get done that we can cut it smoothly in 20 minutes.
Well, yeah, but there's gonna be a lot of shit to cut out in the first chunk of this episode anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm
A lot of
assuming
shit.
this part too.
Nope. Leaving it.
Yes.
He's gonna put it all in there.
Unedited, because that worked really well that one time I put stuff in unedited.
Numbers will drop to 5 subscribers.
And those are just the bots.
What
Yeah.
was that one time where you put everything in unedited?
It didn't
Episode
go
30, 29?
30, I think.
The audio files, just because they record, they don't always line up. When you
Well, I
put
checked the
them together.
beginning and it was fine, but I guess just the way it saves the file.
Yeah.
My audio
I don't know why that
progresses, and
happens.
sometimes it inserts gaps in everybody else's.
Right.
I guess since I have to get the audio, from the server and not directly.
I don't know what the deal is, but because I've noticed that too. Like, well, in the 5e stuff, it was Greg. His stuff is always off, and I think it's because he's so quiet for so long that it like the timing is off, and then I don't know what the
Yeah.
deal is, but it's weird.
Okay. Actually, we got some stuff maybe coming up that I can progress it a little bit. Okay, so since we have nobody saying that they have anything else to do, the caravan gets ready to head out of town. And are you all walking next to it? Does somebody want to try to ride in the wagon? There's enough room for maybe one person.
Foz
I'll
will
walk.
run alongside. It's been a while since she felt the sand between her toes.
I need the exercise.
Summon my horse.
Crow's gonna plop his ass down.
I was gonna say Lash, like hides under a seat or something.
Okay.
Lash ties herself, like straps herself on the underside of the carriage.
If you want to hide under the seat, see if you can get. Okay. 24. You managed to get under the seat while the caravan guy is checking to make sure everything in the back is stowed well. So you're in there, and you find a little trapdoor where you can pop out if needed. You also find his ledgers and a small chest.
Oh, I opened the chest.
Give me a thievery check, because it's locked.
Typing hard.
25. Jesus.
Wow.
So you managed
This
to.
is what Lash does. Is she sneaks up on people and stabs them in the butt, and then takes their things.
So you are able to, even in pitch dark, lock those tumblers into place and pop the chest open. Inside are a few small cloth sacks that are drawn closed with string at the top, and a
Smell
book.
I smell them because I can't see. So, do they smell like gold?
It smells like greed to you.
Delicious. I put that right in my bag.
Okay. You get 150 gold worth of gold coins. You get 600 gold worth of precious gems. And you get in the other one a small jade figurine worth about 200 to the right person.
About 1,000 gold all in.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
All right, and I hold on to the book to give to one of the team nerd.
Okay. Koro, you take your spot. You want to sit in the back with all the cargo, or you want to sit up front with the caravan guy and pretend to be interested about tales of this one time? Usually the profit's only 17%, but this one time on a trip I managed to get 19%.
I'll sit up front. I want
Wow.
to see where we're going.
2%. That's
It's
Quite a
a
take.
good thing that Koro is basically immune to sleep.
No, that means he doesn't get the sweet release of unconsciousness.
I'm just gonna meditate up there.
Shut up. as you guys are going, he thanks everyone every now and then. Hey, thanks for riding with me. I really appreciate it. I mean, it saves me on having to pay for guards. Usually I pay for them, but since I'm giving you guys directions, this is great that you guys are doing this for free. So anyway, up ahead, we got to maybe at this point it's probably 2.5 days of travel. So hopefully you got some food because I'm not paying you for anything, and I didn't bring food for you. I brought food for me. I met this lady named Ravistine, and she's got bread and meat with the meat inside, but it's not baked that way. It's crazy. Have you tried this before?
Foz has shapeshifted into some kind of creature without ears.
2 asses.
So you travel for the rest of that first day, which you get 4 or 5 hours maybe before it gets dark. You're able to set up tents and camp. You hear the occasional animal howling off in the distance. And, yeah.
Like that.
All told, you've seen a couple people leaving Axis. Heading that way to the east, same way you guys are heading. But you haven't seen many cars or vehicles or people headed to Axis from the east. But whatever. It's probably just a slow day. So the next day you wake up. The caravan master is super ready to get going. So he says, "All right, guys, you ready to go? I have some great stories to tell you. Just if you thought yesterday was riveting, this is going to be great."
So when we first got there, I asked him what his name was, and then just assuming this lasts several nights of this journey, I'm going to say goodnight, but call him by the wrong name every single time.
You don't want me to think that you're getting too close.
Exactly.
Okay. So his name is Rando.
Calrissian?
Let me. Rando Bexel. He is he looks like some weird half-breed between an elf and a dwarf. So he's
the Dwelf.
he's really skinny, and he's got long hair and a patchy, kind of shitty, early teenage kid trying to grow a beard thing going on.
I was about to say, so he's 15.
No, he's a halfling.
Well, yeah, sort of, I guess. So he continues to talk and talk and talk throughout the course of the day. Is there anything you guys want to do to keep entertained? You could play I Spy or try to play cards while walking. Lash, are you still under the bench?
Yeah. Lash retreats into the special place inside of her mind where she goes when she's sleeping.
Okay. Sorry, what were you saying, Andrew?
Foz is running off ahead just to keep scouting and see if she can't spot traces of her village and stuff like that.
Okay. Why don't you give me a perception check? Roll the thing. Do the dice.
We're waiting for you.
Wanted to make sure I had the right bonus.
22. Nice. So off in the distance, you see some, looks like really weird, malnourished kind of hyena puppies playing. They're not too uncommon in the desert, and usually it's one of those, if you're obviously weak, they may attack you, but you guys are rolling with enough numbers to where that probably won't be a problem. You don't really see much of anything that leads you to believe that the nomad tribes are near the road right now, or at least not this particular section of it. Being as they move around, they could be here in a couple days, or they may just, be off doing a thing at a place. What last 3 words?
Of the comic that
Don't read the
David
chat.
linked.
Oh, my anime wolf.
Crow just gonna see
It's
if
just
this...
a one-off thing.
So is it a horse that we're being drawn by?
Yeah,
Yes, a horse tied to a wagon.
there's
Okay.
it's one somewhat old-looking horse, so you're making decent time, but nothing super impressive.
I'm gonna keep casting light on the sand right in front of it, see if it'll act like a cat does and speed up a little bit.
None of y'all.
Just try to catch it.
Okay. Every time you cast light, it seems to jerk its head away as if the blinding light that is emanated on the ground and reflected up by the glittery sand hurts its face a little bit because it's old and has cataracts.
Koro stops after the one time.
Why? It's not a one-off. That's two anime wolves. God damn it! Stop reading the chat.
You guys aren't familiar with Monica Ray? Okay, whatever.
Yeah, she's on. She was on
Strip
Strip Search.
Yep. Okay, good. Yeah, she did those.
Adam, you are on your
Really?
fancy horse. Do you have to recast that every day, or is it just a thing that you could keep it going? I'm not gonna make you like actually cast it. I was just curious.
I don't think there's anything to cast it, but I think it's just there's a time limit. I think it's
Oh, you blow in the butt and then it turns into a horse. It's like a whistle.
well.
So you've got your fancy horse, and if you wanted to, you could easily outpace the wagon. But do you want to stay up front or in the back, or what are you doing?
Well, if Foz is scouting forward, I'll take rear guard.
Okay.
A little bit in the back, further back.
About the inside of the carriage.
Okay, it's probably, let's say, midday. The sun is beaming on down to you guys from straight overhead, and normally a breeze on a day like this would be welcome. You know, it'd kind of cool you off a little bit, but it just kicks up flurries of sand into your eyes and your nose and the clothes you're wearing, and it's just generally unpleasant. And hearing this guy drone on and on and on is probably wearing your patience a little bit thin. But you guys come up on. Foz, why don't you give me a perception check real quick?
Why is Foz always doing the perception?
Because Foz is in the front.
Mm-hmm.
19. Okay.
Party in the back.
You see it from a little ways out, maybe 30 or 45 seconds before the others do. There is smoke drifting lazily into the air from, it looks like, multiple sources up ahead. The
Lovely,
sand.
So I fall back to the caravan and
Okay.
point it out.
The sand has given way to a rockier terrain, and you're getting up to some areas with sort of a steep drop-off. So when you make it back to the caravan, are you telling them about it, or are you just gonna wait till everybody, till you all ride up to it, or what you want to do?
I'd tell people about it, but I'd do so quietly because the sound would carry rather well over the flat expanse of desert.
Okay.
So this looks like bad smoke as opposed to random campfire smoke then.
The size of the smoke plumes would lead you to believe that it's either a big campfire or something bad.
Okay.
And you probably don't need a campfire in the desert during the day.
No, but
Some people are dumb.
some people are dumb. Just checking.
The caravan leader looks back at you guys and says, should you guys go on ahead, or what's the plan here?
Eska would probably I would go on ahead to scout to see what we might be dealing with. We don't want the caravan to stumble across something that we could stop before it gets to us.
Okay.
Them. Caravan.
All right. Is anybody going to go with Eska?
Yeah.
Okay.
Urson's gonna go because book nerds gotta stick together.
Foz is gonna go because she feels somewhat responsible finding it first.
Maybe I did this with my brain.
She has started fires with her brain before.
I was so tired of listening to this guy. I was praying for anything to break up the monotony, and I killed all these things.
It's just like
plus
the
it's
torch
not fire.
by magic.
All right. Koro, Gosrin, and Lash, are y'all gonna come up ahead, or are you gonna stay back with the wagon?
I can go with you guys if you think that's necessary.
I've been listening to
maybe
this guy's
suggest
shit for 2 days. I'm ready for some relief.
Maybe we
do with
have
the
one
cart.
person hang back just in case it's like a feint.
I'm
I'll
the most-
remain hidden in the cart.
Just
I'm
in
most
case,
mobile,
a monster
so-
bursts out of the woods from the other side.
And
like they are
the
wont
other two
to
raptors
do.
didn't know we're there.
All the rocks are really monsters, you guys.
Oh god.
Okay,
I
so
throw.
Cheer, dude.
Lash, you said you're staying back, and
Yep.
Gosrin, are you staying back as well?
Yeah, I'm pretty fast, so I can
Okay.
be a go-between.
That's fine. Let me move you guys to this.
Ooh, look, desert. Old guy.
I'm going to explain the scene in just a second. I just wanted to get everything set up. Alright. There are the remains of 3 overturned wagons. Smoke is slowly coiling into the air from the ruined and burned vehicles. There's about a dozen bodies that are scattered around on the ground, and based on the smoke coming off of some of them, they all seem pretty dead.
Pretty recently dead too, apparently.
Dead people are funny.
And
I mean, if they're still smoldering.
yeah, the 4 of you who are there, why don't you give me a perception check?
Ooh, perception.
Good day
21
for
from
perception tonight.
Faz. Yeah.
I
17
don't know,
from
my
Koro.
perception is 10. Okay. Ooze.
19 from Eska, and Fairsoon, what
Everybody drink.
you got? God, Eska rolled a 9.
I did roll a 9.
Okay, it says rolling the dice. It's not. Okay. It says there's an error fetching my roll. Please try again.
Oh, they lost it. It got lost in the stack somewhere.
Your die rolled off the table.
Stacks library joke.
Shit. Okay, well,
Trying again.
yeah, if it doesn't work this time, we'll, you may have to pop out and back
Just
in.
hit enter like 12 times. That'll work.
Don't do that.
Alright. 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay. For the time being, we're going to assume that the 3 of you, maybe Fairsoon, you've noticed that the person nearest to you all, right here, is not fully dead. It's a frail-looking old guy. He's wearing some of the flowy desert traveling clothes that you see in the movies. You know, the
Nomadic
wrapped-
wear.
Yeah, sure. The scarf and stuff over his head. He's stirring slightly on the ground, and he's moaning as if he's in pain. And he weakly holds one of his hands up out to you guys with a plaintive look on his face.
Chris, before that happens, can I try a manual override for Fairsoon's roll?
Sure.
Wait, let me get back in there. Jesus Christ.
Don't tell me what it is. We'll let.
Okay.
I'm trying to. For some reason, Gmail is being super slow to log me in.
Fine.
Cora wants to
keep-
ask that old guy if he knows how to build an airboat.
Yes, my name is.
What? Actually, you're about like 15 or 20 feet away, so with how frail and whispery this guy is, he wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't be able to hear anything he's saying.
Cora just yells louder.
I'm gonna roll a heal check.
Okay. Do you want to go up and assess the body?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
First things first, figure out if he's actually wounded or if he's a cunning ruse, and then from there, see
His
if I
health
can
bar is
help him.
really low. I think he's probably really wounded.
He's got some scrapes in various places over his body. He's got some deeper looking cuts on his arms and legs. His robes have holes in the appropriate areas, as if he was cut and slashed and possibly stabbed at.
I thought you meant for like his arms at first. His robe is actually like an actual robe.
He's not just wearing like a tarp. It actually has holes and is sewed together. With a 22, If you have any sort of, let's say you've got some healing salves and stuff you can rub on him. He
And how?
he closes his eyes as if he's in less pain now, and he puts his hand on your shoulder and tries to whisper to you, but you can't make it out.
You forgot to form ears.
If yeah. If I'm close enough to rub this guy down with salves, how weak is his voice? Jesus.
Well, he's old and he's probably been laying with his mouth open in the desert, so it's all scratchy.
He needs some water. Boz, give the old man some water.
Oh, first one got an 11 on
Koro,
perception.
can I
That's working
Koro, can I
finally.
retroactively steal some water?
Some have shampoo, some have conditioner, and I didn't label them.
Okay,
Gross.
okay. Why don't you roll me a d20, and if you have a 6 or
No.
less, then
I'll
he's
toss-
gonna get shampoo.
I was kidding. I'll toss him one. I will toss him some water.
But this is way better.
That's the worst.
Doesn't he
taste
have like a
shampoo.
never-ending water flask or something?
Yeah.
2 of them.
We have a basket that just generates enough food and water. Actually, we have 2. So yeah, no, I probably have.
Koro's
2
not
gallon
wasting the
water on me.
suave shit he's got in this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Plus,
I
motherfucker.
hydrate this guy.
He gulps it
Spit on
down,
him.
and he kind of chokes a little bit from drinking way too much. And he says, "Thank you." Oh God. Is everyone else okay?
No,
Crackling in the distance.
not as such.
Oh dear, they're all dead, aren't they?
They're in a better place now.
Oh God, what am I gonna do now? My master will he'll be very cross with me. I'm late and everyone's gone. Oh,
And who is your master?
oh, this is terrible.
And who is your master?
Can you help me out, please?
And who is your master?
He's not from here.
The desert.
And who is your master?
And he's from Canada. You've never heard of him.
No, I'm pretty sure everybody in Canada knows each other.
There's only one road.
He's still got that one hand on your shoulder, and he tries to weakly pull himself up to your ear. And he says, "Though he slumbers, he watches you, and he's coming." And he pulls out a dagger, and he tries to stab you with it.
Holy what?
Hold on.
Can I, I don't know, possibly react
Shove him
faster than
over?
this octogenarian with a broken hip?
He rolled a 13, so yeah.
Cool. I'm just gonna shove him to the ground and then plant my boot in his throat.
Okay. As you shove, let me try something.
Your hand passes through his sickly flesh, and you find yourself partially enveloped by the slime within.
Please scroll back upwards to see those stats you
Oh.
rolled for your new character.
That's gross.
I already rolled stats for a new character. They're way better than Hans's.
As you kick at him, he tries to kick off of you.
Uh-huh.
Or kick the other leg that you're not kicking with, and he fails mightily. So you give him a mighty shove, and rather than falling flat on his ass, he's actually somewhat nimble, and he does the ninja recovery thing where he lands on his feet and sort of slides backwards. And he pulls out another dagger, and he cuts down his face and his arm, and he says, "All for you, my lord!"
We wasted that goddamn water.
And as he
Can
cuts,
I charge him?
well, hold on.
Wait,
As he
we
cuts
might wanna
down,
see what's gonna
as he
happen.
cuts down his body parts, the veins near where he cuts start to pulse with this purple light. And anybody who's not directly in this guy's face, so I guess Koro and Eska and Fairsoon, you can see the bodies on the ground slowly begin to twitch.
Can I just
Foz,
cut
stab
him?
him. Foz, stab him.
can I just kill him now?
You're gonna have to roll for initiative.
Ugh.
Please hold.
But wouldn't this count as a surprise
He
attack?
rolled a 1 to disengage from me.
Oh, shit.
And
I thought it said classless torment. I think that's a little judgmental.
Okay.
He didn't go to finishing school.
What we're gonna do before we start doing the initiative stuff is we're gonna end this episode here. So thank you everybody for downloading this latest episode of that D&D podcast. We hope you enjoyed listening to the things, and we hope you continue to like, share, subscribe, and also visit our new things. We have a wiki page we set up for the characters and events and episodes and all that stuff. That's that dndpodcast.wikia.com.
I saw that, Chris. I can't believe that I clicked on my characters page and it said that all of my characters' stats were unknown.
It's almost like someone should edit them.
I kind of figured maybe you'd fill in, like Eladrin,
I think we're all responsible for our own character.
I set up the page and
Unless
managed to
fans
apply
do
the
it for
template
us.
and also copy every single episode onto there with links to the page on our website so that you can do that, and set up every single episode with a page so you can document all notable quotes and the stuff that happened and all that sort of stuff. So, you can fill in your character info. And thank you for downloading stuff. We really appreciate anybody taking the time to leave comments for us on whatever podcast delivery method you download the episode on. I know a few of them don't allow you to, so if you have the time and are willing to download iTunes to leave us a review, that's always helpful. We'd like to thank Micro Innovator and Doctor Who, Dr. Woe, Dr. Woe, for both leaving us 5-star reviews. Micro Innovator said, after listening to various other D&D podcasts out there, this one is by far the most entertaining and humorous. Aww. Check it out for yourself, and I'm sure you will agree. And Dr. Woe said, I don't have anyone to play D&D with, and listening to this group of friends play really scratches the role-playing itch. It takes a while to learn everyone's name and humor, but Chris is a good DM, and Mike is hilarious. And also, Dr. Woe, I don't know, well, you might be hearing this if you keep downloading the episodes after some of the weird ones, but if you want to take part in any of our listener campaigns, definitely send us an email, and we will be more than willing to give you a spot. We like to, involve our growing community.
Chris, what did you just miss in the chat?
I don't know. I'm not looking at it right now. You're not the boss.
You should look at the chat.
You're not my supervisor.
I'm suggesting as a friend.
Eska rolled a 9. We're not talking the initiative right now, so I'm going to have to edit this part out. We're going to worry about that in the next episode. And for this week's random thing, we're going to go to whothefuckismydndcharacter.com. And the character concept we get is a flamboyant gnome barbarian from the smallest mountain in the world who can't seem to hold their liquor. So that'd be a fun NPC for you to incorporate. So give that a shot. Let us know if that works out for you. And as always, keep downloading our shit for whatever reason you choose to do that. Thanks!